Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Woodville here in Cities Skylines, where today guys, we're going to be doing some beautiful expansions. I want to get in the first of many of our beautiful little parks that we can get in. We've done a lot of basic city parks. I think the next progression right now is to do something like the national park, which I want to place it on top of that little mountain top, which I think will be a really good location. I want to take another look back at the university as well, and I think it's finally time we expand it to the 3 remaining buildings that we have left to implement in there. And there's a few little fixes and bits and bobs that we also need to do that I kind of missed on the last episode. Now, if you guys have been enjoying Woodville and want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new in here, then make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when that next episode does come out. But boys, we are back right now. So I want to build the little national park up on here. I won't use the whole of it, but I'm going to use this peninsula section right now. We can do like nice little lookouts and that kind of jazz. It's going to be so good. Man, we're really going to bring in the nature and the kind of the vibes to this region, which looks so damn good right now. So we'll do that momentarily because a few things I need to kind of fix. The university and also this over here. I noticed, I didn't realize actually, until somebody pointed it out in the comment section, so I really do appreciate it. With the way that I did my lane management over here, I kind of didn't set it up where if you're coming from this way, you can't go down that way. Because obviously when you get into this lane, you fixated into going into that lane and then going down that lane there. If you come up here and do a left-hand turn, you're turning straight back off, and vice versa on the other side. I kind of didn't realize I did that. So what I need to do is, wrong one. I need to create a kind of like node in the middle there, which without me doing it, I can just leave it as it is. Oh no, the whole thing's all messed up right now. Right, let me redo it right now. Bam, ba, bam, 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 ba, bam, 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 ba, bam, bam, bam. It means that people can then cross over into the individual different lanes to get to where they need to get to. Because that was what the issue was and why we didn't all of a sudden see so much traffic on this junction. So by allowing to crisscross here, I mean, I'll set it up like this anyway, but they get the point. They know what they can do. Means that people can go in all different directions and get to where they need to get to. So my bad, I didn't realize I did that. I was so zoned in and trying to create this beautiful little junction. Did not realize. We've set it up, guys. Now, I didn't need to add in the little crisscrosses there, but I've added them in just in case. So we should start to see some vehicles now, like that vehicle there, to do exactly what it needed to do. And the reason I make it kind of go to the right and then back in is just so, you know, I can still allow these guys to turn in. So we'll see what happens. If it becomes a little bit of an issue, I'll redesign it, but it's pretty sweet. Let's take a look at then sorting out the university. Now, somebody said in the comment section as well, Seniac, fix your university. All they could do is eat, sleep, and go to the library. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, what? Really? And I looked at my university. I mean, dormitories where they sleep, the cafeteria where they eat, the library. Where's the library? Where they. Why won't this go? There you go. Library there. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, but I have an auditorium. I have a laboratory. I have a gymnasium. I have a study hall. I have the office there, the media lab, the bookstore, and I was confused. I was literally confused. I don't know what you mean, my boy. We got everything in right now, apart from these 3 remaining buildings, which I purposely never got them in straight away because I wanted to kind of get it all up and running and progressively add it in. But I think now it's time. So we've got the School of Law, we have the School of Medicine, and we have the School of Science. Now, each of these bring their own additional kind of benefits to the city. So not only do they cost us an arm and a leg to keep running, but the School of Law, providing legal counselling to citizens, crime rate and school department upkeep is reduced throughout the city. The faculty increases the campus attractiveness and requires a university campus area. Fine. But the upkeep of police departments is reduced throughout the city, which is a big one for that. This one basically increased the campus attractiveness and allowing the city healthcare, so that the healthcare in the city runs more efficiently and increased ambulance count and patient capacity, which is good. And then this one reduces the city pollution and electricity consumption, which is a big one for us right now. And again, does the usual, increases attractiveness and requires university campus. So they are pretty big buildings. So which is like the biggest ones? Okay, they're pretty much all reasonable sizes. So I think I might fill this section up with it all and finalize this area. So if that was the case, I think I'm going to bring this road down right now. And where should I pick the point? So that happens fairly early. I don't know whether I make it go a little bit straight before I do a bend like this, or just keep it as it is like that. No biggie, no issues right there. And we have the School of Law, which I could drop in right here, which is a perfect space when you think about it, because it gives a little bit of room there for zoning and whatnot, and it really then kind of creates the dominance in the area. We have then the School of Medicine. I just want to see how they fully sit. So that could technically go there. And then this building, oh no, this building's a little bit awkward and big. So if I had this building here instead, I've got to extend the campus area. Right, we might as well bring it all the way down to here. And I've got to fill in all the little gaps and nooks and crannies that are left over. And the School of Medicine, I can actually pull it right up there. Or I could bring it down here a bit further. So if I brought it actually down to, let's say, here. Right. It gives me a little bit of room in these little gaps and around to potentially extend the campus if needs be. But I'll leave those gaps for now. Let's get all the water pipes in. There we go. Let's bring that one directly up. Let's bring one to fill up in those little areas there. Glorious, mate. Should have all the electricity, which is good to go. Which means then the university right now doing fantastic. So we still need to do these academic works, which I'm still not 100% sure what seems to be the issue. We've done the grant. Total academic works created 0 right now. Do we literally just have to? I'll up it right there. Add in a little bit extra cash to get it sorted. I'm just literally waiting for the academic year to end. That's what normally happens, right? It's been so long since I last built a proper university and used it. I can't quite remember how it goes down, but there we go, there we go. Let's get then some of the, oh, wrong button. Where is it for the school right now, the university, the little path and whatnot to kind of rock and roll. So we'll do little kind of cut-throughs. We'll bring one coming down from the side of the building here and then going in. So it comes right to the edge like that. Boom, there we go. I could utilize that to go straight like that to create a nice little diagonal. And I think that's as pretty much as I want to do, isn't it, for now? And then when we start to fill up the capacity of the school, which at the moment it does have a really high capacity, 7,000. I don't know if we'll ever reach that. But if I ever start to notice the dormitories getting filled up, you know, certain buildings, you know, I might need like a secondary gymnasium or whatnot. I've got room to extend down here if needs be. Otherwise, I leave it for other, maybe some commercial stuff to give it some different, you know, shopping areas or restaurants for the students anyway. So we'll leave that for that then. And I think it's time to focus on our beautiful little national park. So from the get-go then, we need to place the building. That's how it works, isn't it? The little national park. Oh, it's not national park, sorry. It's a nature reserve, isn't it? So I've got to place this down to get the thing so I can then zone it. So let's build the road leading up. Now, I've got roads down here. They have to cross that. So I'm thinking, do I elevate the road? Do I use this junction here? If I come out by, let's say 5, and then lead up to another 10, and then bring it down to normal there. How does that play? What does the elevation look like that? I mean, I can slope it a little bit better. I can maybe raise that one a little bit more. But what type of road do we want leading up to it is the question. Now, is there a road that's going to be heavily used? If not, I could... Oh, no, I can't go for that type of road. Because that needs to be on the floor. I could do maybe... the road with the grass verge in the middle. but you don't see anything happen until you get up to that part. It's a nature reserve leading up to, so maybe I'll just do the one with the trees. We also have the... Yeah, if I did the one with the trees, it changes it to that kind of mode, but the bridge changes. So maybe I kind of go with like that type. So you get like the kind of the bollard, the divider in the middle, which I think looks pretty unique, leading up and over to here, and we keep it then with all trees. So where do we have the car park? I feel like we should have like the car park. Hang on, let me check out the gradient. The car park pretty close maybe, and then we do the big walkway going around. Nice little staggered cliff edge drop there. So continue with this. We'll bring it up by I'll bring it up by 5. And I'll do a 10 by 10 bend as it leads into this area. And then we'll push it up to there, where we're then going to create a little bit of a car park. So the national park, we're going to spread all the way up to the edges there, come down a bit and maybe eclipse that bit. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of this peninsula. I don't know just yet. And then we might use the bus route that comes to the university to take a little detour to come up here as well. We'll see how that plays out. Pedestrian roads. Ooh, we haven't played around with the... Well, we have tried to play around with them. It didn't go too well, did it? Alright, we'll leave it as it is anyway. Car parks. So, I don't want too many car parks, to be honest with you. So I'm thinking, let me just kind of design this first. If I came up by 5, come down to there. 5 down to there. If I do that middle strip there as a car park, it's just figuring out what size I want to go down. Yeah, we'll go. Okay, we'll keep it to this one. I can run some trees along the middle, and let's get some car parking in right now. So we're gonna anarchy that in. I sent a funny comment as well, like when I did that our little shopping retail park strip mall, whatever it's called. I didn't put any disabled parking in, did I? And someone's like, Seniac, you're evil. There is no disabled parking. My bad, my bad. And I'm probably going to do the exact same thing right now. Right to there. That leads into there and there. But what we could technically say is the main gate has parking on it. That's where the disabled parking is, okay, guys? Okay. Okay. But yeah, I could even put it there. I could put it at the very top as well. I think I might pull it. Do I pull it at the very top, or do I pull it to the side here? Now, I feel like we should pull it at the top there. Right, and we'll just kind of move it over so it's centralized a bit more. And then get the region and then paint the park area. So if anyone's got any suggestions to what we could potentially call this nature reserve, again, try and go for like a woodland themed name or whatever it may be. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I might pick one of you guys' suggestions and rename it next episode. So we'll go with that for now, and we've got that all sorted, looking pretty damn fancy if you ask me. I was going to sort out the elevation just here, so bring that up a bit more, maybe bring that down a tad. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. So, nature reserve, it's ready to rock and roll. So what I'm excited about is this kind of stuff. You know, like the viewing decks that go off the edge of the cliff. That's going to be good to try and get in, if it'll allow me to anyway. So let's get the path anyway. Where is the path? Is it down here? Yeah. Right, we'll start with this, and we'll create little camping areas to begin with. So I'll bring that out by 10. And we'll also create like a little ring road that goes around the edge. So I think we should start with the ring road going around the, well, the ring road, the ring path. So if I come off there by 10. Okay, we'll just do something like that. And this is what is going to go around the edge of the area. And if I then come out by here, that leads us back in. Simple and effective. Now, of course, I want paths to kind of go down this direction as well. So bring that down to there as it leads down. And then we're going to have all different types of connections kind of coming in the middle. So this can go up a bit more. And we'll bring it to about, yeah, we'll just whack it to there for now. And I'm going to try and create a little bit of a bend. So that was, oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Why can't I delete you? There you go. Go away. Go away. So 8 by 8. Just kind of snap that in. And I'm going to start here to begin with. So this will be our first little centralized point. Right? And we'll get the path continuing. So bring it to about, right, if I do like a little section like that, if I went for something like this and then kind of bent it around slightly, all this little walkable area, we can create something from it. So we could start with maybe a, what we got here, a tenting camping site, which I could put, say, directly there. I could then drop down like the campfire on the corner there. We could do a couple of tents dotted around as well. This area to kind of bulk it up a bit more. So dot a few around there, and it's all different styles of tent we get to use as well. So loads of these to really bulk up this section. So just from those alone, that's kind of, we create like a little camping area, which looks pretty good, doesn't it? From like the get-go, little campfire just in the middle there, keeping everyone nice and toasty, which is pretty sweet. So, well, I was going to throw in this little section. So we could do like little benches and whatnot, signs. We could do the boulder site. We got little hunting cabins. I could do a little lookout. It should be like a smaller lookout tower over here. Let's just get that one just there and one just there. These can be nice little points of interest for these guys. And what's that there? That's a side gate. So we do like little pockets of that dotted around, which I think will be really, really unique to the area. Now I will place all trees on top of this as well, so do not worry about that. And I'm going to create a little bit of a hunting area now too. So let's do it on this side. So if I come up there, I'll go by 15. So if I go to here, three by 4, no. 4 by 4, yep. Straight down to there. And let's create more of a bend here. And, oh, hold on. If I bring that up to there, let's try and get these connected. So 5 by 5. Now we're leading down to this little section, which will kind of create a path that comes up and ends like there. So over here then we want the hunting cabins, and these are over, no, that's the lean-to shelters. Where are they? Hunting cabins just here. So I'm going to dot a couple of, well, I'm actually going to create like a centralized point, like another little camping site. So where would be the best area for this? Here maybe? Let's take a quick look. Yeah, that fits in wonderful. So that becomes the main focal point to that. And then the hunting cabins, I can then dot a couple around, which they come with their own trees, which is quite nice. So dot a couple of small ones around. Again, the area will fall into place when I start placing down all the trees. And then get the larger ones in. There we go. And then I think it would be good then to get some of the larger lookout towers. For all of that. And we'll also dot down a couple of tents as well. So for the people who have come hunting but want to risk it all for the chocolate biscuit and, you know, camp in a tent instead. And we'll get a campfire site with a shelter just slightly above it. And that creates that little... It's like we're creating borderline small little communities, isn't it? It is kind of cool in that sense. Now, we do need some water up here. I completely forgot about that. So I'll bring that straight down. Now, does it need power up here? I forget if it does or not. I believe it does. But we might start seeing people coming over here at some point. What was that we'd be missing a day? Oh, the baseball thing. Oh, it's currently Sunday, so it's a lazy day for everybody. But that is coming together quite nice, isn't it? Right, let me get set up as well. Some of those little viewing decks. So spin that round. If I drop that just there, we could utilize the path getting a little bit closer for it. And if I do one just there as well, we'll do the other viewing deck. There we go. So they're nice little spots that just, well, somebody's looking to the trees, but they're good little spots to kind of like, you know, take a little glimpse of the mountains in the background, which is going to be fairly handy. And let's continue and create the log cabins. Are they called log cabins? What are they called? They are the lean-to shelters. But I want to get a couple of like the bigger or the larger camping sites in as well. Bulk it up a bit more. And we'll start over here then. Okay, let me have a path. The path's coming down first. So bring that down to there. Right, and if I pick a point 6 by 6 and in. And then we'll use this then as the beginning of our little area here. So, okay, yeah, let's go with that one there first. Place that just there. And we'll get the path so I can start doing like spacing between each area. Bring it just to there. Larger camping site there and there. Alright, get rid of that, redo it. And there we go. So I'm trying to bulk up the areas. And we'll get a couple of these lean-to shelters now. Or we've done the camping site 1. Is there an alternative? Well, we've got to do the boulder site. You know, I'll throw a boulder site just here as a point of interest. And then let's get the paths back down again. There we go. Like that, and then little... We have like almost borderline cul-de-sacs. Stick it out. There we go. Where we can do our little lean-to shelters on. Which look really nice. So, we'll start with the small ones. And then we go for some larger ones. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one there. Bam. Bam. There we go. There we go. Nice. So then, we'll get back into it again. The path's coming down to the edges. So we can create some nice, beautiful little lookout points. All down to here.
Going all around the edges. So spin that round. Drop them in. Bam, bam, bam. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's nice, isn't it? But I do want to like dot round stuff around the paths and whatnot. So what have we not put in? That is the question. Fishing cabin. Ooh. Does your boy create a small little lake? You see, I could create like a little waterfall feature, couldn't I? But I don't want to go down that route. Don't want to go down that route because it is quite a lot of work. But at the same time, I could put like a little lake up here, couldn't I? Ooh, everything's going against me not to do it and to do it all at the same time. I'm conflicted. I mean, we did a nice little lake over here, didn't we? So why can't we do the same thing up here? In this gap, put some fishing stuff down and some cabins. Okay, guys, even though I can't hear you, you've twisted my arm. You've twisted my arm. Right. Oh, snap. That's too far down, isn't it? No. What's going on? Oh, it's the terrain height. What am I doing? Right, down. Pick it there. Now, I could make the lake go all the way up to here if I deleted this and then built it as a bridge. You know what I mean? This could work out very well. It could not be great. Did the same thing there. I mean, it fills a lot of the dead space up, doesn't it? And like, what? Oh, do like a little island in the middle? Should we see how that plays out? Because it might not go the way I want it to go. Right, this is going to be interesting right now. Putting a water source up here. I'm going to pause the game. Alright, bring it right down to there. And play. I might get some initial flooding happening while the water figures out where it needs to go. But it should be okay. He says. He says right now. Let's get... While that does what it needs to do, I'm so nervous. We'll get then back in the elevation to go over and down to there. That one's not really... I mean, do I need it to be elevated that high? That's too far down, boy. Didn't really need to be elevated that far up into the sky. So this one, what if I just go for a... Oh, wrong button. Straight across. Like that. Yeah. See what happens. I'm worried about the fast flow of water is going to crash up in here. But it's going to look really nice. I'll smoothen the edges off where needs be. But we've got like a nice little fishing lake up here. Which is... Oh, have we got water down here? Do we have a little spillage going down there? I think we did. I think we did, boys. Right, let's fast forward then. Try and get this all finalised and filled up our beautiful little lake right now. Which I'm actually quite excited about. I'm quite excited to get this in. It's going to look really, really good. And I'm waiting for the water to fill up so we can find its actual level. Find its actual level where it stops filling. And I can smooth the edges if needs be. Add some stuff in. So what have I not got in then? Like I said, we haven't got in the fishing stuff, have we? We got a fishing cabin 1, fishing cabin 2. Which we can squeeze some of these in. So I think I'll do the small... Ooh, okay, definitely different sizes. Right, I'll do the roads and stuff coming off it momentarily. So yeah, we're going to get that awkward moment where a little flooding does happen until it understands the level it needs to be. I might make that little island a little bit bigger too. So we just got to play the waiting game, boys. We just got to play the waiting game. And another little pier there. I want to do one, yeah, do one about here. Leave it like that. So is it just this one that's not connected, or technically connected to the path? We'll get that finalized and finished. There we go. So the water's now flowing back. So it's kind of bumped up the barrier. It will come back, bump up there, and it will kind of then settle itself. It's actually pretty nice, isn't it? So I do need to smoothen the edges off because some of them are quite harsh. So I'll bring the brush strength down. Let me pause. So I don't want to smoothen it going back. I want to smoothen it coming in. Just take the edge off it a bit. Alright, go around. I want to extend the island a bit more. Right, so let it now do what it's got to do. Because that, what I've just done there, is going to upset the flow of the water. But it does look good from a distance. And once I add on all the trees and stuff to fill it all in, perfection. Right, let's finalise all the little bits and bobs then. So we got a boulder thingy over there. I'm going to place a couple more points of interest dotted around to kind of bulk up the area. So something like that there. We'll get some like generic stuff placed around. A couple of hunter cabins here and there. Small ones dotted too. We'll do like generic camping sites dotted around. That might be a bit too big, that one. That's a better size. Can I get that bigger one in over here, maybe? We'll squeeze it there. So that adds a little bit more to it. I want to get a few more little tents and stuff around. You know, because people are allowed to camp wherever they want, pretty much. Out into the wilderness. Get some smaller ones. There we go, and get some even smaller ones. We got a couple of little campfires dotted around. And we want some more of those little lookout posts, don't we? It's going to be a sweet little area, this is. Sweet little area. So stuff dotted around, so it looks like there's always stuff going on. You just need to fill it up with some trees. So we got fast rapids there going on for some reason, which is kind of weird and cool all at the same time. And then we just need to drop down some trees then. So put it back into pause while I place the trees down. We got some conifers, or should we go for wild conifers? Let's go for the wild conifers. Up the brush strength, up the brush size. Start placing, you know, a few dotted around in here. Obviously get it all leading up to there, so because that you got to make it feel like it's woodland. You got to make it feel like it's a woodland area, because we are in nature. I'm gonna get little trees going down to there, but I think I'm gonna loosely up the brush size here. Just place them down as the brush strength gets a lot lower and lower. Filling up that area. Then we got a beautiful little nature reserve. Nice. Right, okay, so let's get then in right down to the singular. And it's getting nighttime on a Sunday, so we're not going to see any visitors at the moment. We've got a garbage truck on the way up. Got to bring some bus routes up and whatnot. So we'll charge top dollar to get in. And do we do night tours up here? Yeah. What's even more fun? No, I don't want to do that. And we just pretty much wait for people then to arrive. So the bus route that kind of comes around this area, let me quickly go to the bus routes right now. It's this little pinky purple line, which comes from there, goes up and stops there, and goes over to here. Why don't we get it then so it comes down there. I move this stop up to up to there, which goes back into that way, which I don't really want it to do that. Get it to then maybe stop at the train station. At the train station or here? Now we'll get it to stop there. Right. Stops there because there's a path that crosses over to the train station, so that's good enough. Goes over to there. We'll get it to have a stop here. Or do I get it to come in and stop here instead? Well, I can get it to stop, say, there. The next stop is here, and then get it to stop there. So that kind of covers this area. That one kind of covers around here. Over there, you're covered by both sides. I'm trying to, like, maximize the space for that bus stop. So I don't think we've had anybody come in just yet, have we? No. No visitors just yet, but we got to wait for the next day. But that's really going to boost the tourism, technically, really, in Woodville right now. And that is what we kind of, well, wanted to focus on the most. We still need more, is it educated workers or is it just workers? Not enough educated workers, which we have the additional stuff added to the university anyway. Right, we just got to wait for it to do its thing. It is Sunday as well, so no one's getting educated on a Sunday. Facts. Right now, but what are the education levels like? So we do need more, well, we need to educate more people. We do need more elementary school, more high school added in. So from an elementary school point of view, we have nothing in this area right now. The schools are currently closed anyway. So I'm going to throw this in by the little park area. Bam, right there. So it adds an additional school for this area. And the same with the high school. We need a high school over here as well. So would I pump it in this area maybe? It's a big building. Oh, I think I might get it more centralized. Maybe I might throw it in just there. So that adds more schooling in that kind of vicinity, which is what we need the most in. We got buses for days arriving. But there's no demand to come over to this area just yet. We're just waiting for the day, because it is Sunday. It's evening on the Sunday. We're just waiting for like Sunday to be over with. Do the days like simulate really, really slow? Isn't there a thing we can do to kind of change that? It's in the real-time mod. So night speed is high. I can put day speed really high as well, so we can get through the days a lot more quicker. Yeah. So yeah, it's now moving a little bit quicker. So I want it to be Monday. I want it to be Monday, and I want to see people going to that national park. Now, we do have more room for residential growth. I don't know if we do that or not. Also, no, I'm about to say, do we need to get rid of the parking on these roads? But they're the roads with the trees on. Don't need to do that just yet. So, university. We got 631 people there. We do need some more high density dotted around. I might add in some high density like in this little section. But how would we do these roads? There's a road connection right there. So if I use that road connection, how far out is it from like that? 30. So you can actually get like the perfect grid method down. Almost. We got a road just there that can tear through. Or is that really slightly off? It is, isn't it? It is slightly off. Right, delete that anyway. Because that can tear through to there. Straight down. And then bam, 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 bam. So I'm trying to keep away from the major roads, the major areas where we're going to see traffic. And alright, bring that to about there, run it up. And can we bend that in? 6 by 8 is fine. See what I can do here. Come up by 5. Yeah, I'll do another 5, so that's then technically 10. And then we've created like a it's unique because we got the trains passing through. If we set up the paths as well. So of course do the ones with the bike lanes. Because when you think about it like logically, yeah, the roads don't match up, but you can walk and it matches up. Alright, a bit funky, but we'll do what's needed. And then you like, you know, where it all connects, you just do bike lanes and paths going through. And it slowly just brings the city and the area together. Which is handy. And then we got like a little crossing there we could do. Like that. Do I do one there or is that asking for too much? No, I do one there. I'll do one there as well. Throw one in there. It's all staggered to get to the other side. And that kind of adds in what we want for that area. What's that? There's at the Posh Mall, yeah. So we'll do a little bit of high density residential. We'll squeeze some of it in. We'll do it along this strip. So they're not going to like the trains passing through. It might be a little bit too noisy for them. But that's the price they pay to have these apartment complexes in the downtown area of the city. So we'll fill it up to there. Fill it up to there. We'll do a little bit of a commercial as well. I know it's around commercial areas anyway, but we obviously want to get them semi-close to a commercial area. Oh, hold on. There we go. I'll do a nice little section of offices here. An office strip, which would be nice for the workers. Now, do we need to hook up water in this? Water's all there. So we'll just leave it as it is, really. We'll just leave it to how it is right there. No issues. No biggies. It's all good. That will slowly fill that gap up a little bit. And have we had anyone visit yet? We've had no visitors as of now, but it is 3 o'clock in the morning, so no one's really woken up yet to go do what they want to do. So we just got to give them time. Give them their time. But we're losing money like crazy, so that is costing us an arm and a leg. We have spent a fortune to get that up and running. The university is costing us an arm and a leg right now. Ridiculous amount of money being spent on that. So we've got to slowly turn things around. But again, they are sleeping. So once they wake up, things will start rocking and rolling for us. How is Woodville Inc? Now it's 10,000. Considering everyone's asleep, we're making some good money. Not bad. How's that junction holding up right now? Still doing pretty well. That's what I like to see. There really isn't many issues over there, to be honest with you. This looks good. Losing nearly 30,000 we're losing right now. Holy smokes. So where's the majority of our money disappearing? It goes within the fashion of trains. 19,000 is going out on trains right now, which is ridiculous. But if I did reduce it, then you have less cargo freight going out. But then you could argue, again, that no one's woken up yet, so the income hasn't, is yet to increase. One of those things. We're making 13,000 on the Woodville Inc. on the industry. But it's now 6 in the morning. People should be rising and shining very soon. Those buildings are now being built, which will bring more residents in. Provide more jobs. Glorious. The deficit is decreasing as we slowly turn to making profit again. Well, I say that. It's gone down to 10,000 minus. Oh, now down to 7,000. Swings and roundabouts, boys. Swings and roundabouts. So we should eventually start seeing people making their way over here and enjoying what is available in the nature reserve. And then we can make some money off that. Any of these guys want to go this direction? No. We'll see the university make some sweet moves. To get more people at the university, you just need to up the population slowly. But yeah, residential buildings now being built in. That will suck up the demand that we currently have. It'll take a few days to get that built because of how slow it does build. But it ain't too shabby. Just gotta focus on making the monies. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. But until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.